There you go, from Deadline. The Acolyte cancelled. No season 2 for Disney Plus's Star Wars series. And the Disney shills are kicking off about it. We'll read this by Nelly Andreeva. Cool name. Sounds like she should be a singer, shouldn't we, a name like that? Anyway, maybe she is. Right, exclusive, it says, even though everybody's been reporting it. The story of the Acolyte will not continue. Yay, because it were crap. It were bloody rubbish. With Lucasfilm opting not to proceed with the second season of the Star Wars offshoot, starring Amanda Stenberg, sources tell Deadline. Word of the decision comes more than a month after the 8-episode first season of the series from creator, director, executive producer and showrunner and writer Leslie Yee Headland, former personal assistant to Harvey Weinstein, just throw that in there, wrapped its run on Disney Plus. You know, she said she didn't know anything about what were going on, but she wrote a play about it after she left. Anyway, the news is not entirely surprising. The Acolyte did okay with critics, with 78% on Rotten Tomatoes, but divided Star Wars fans. I won't call it divided. Right, I'm gonna show you how divided it was. Let's see what it is now. What am I on about? Right, Acolyte, Rotten Tomatoes. Let's see how divided those fans are. Right, I'll drag it over here. Here it is, look. There it is. That's divided, isn't it? 18%. As I always say, with Rotten Tomatoes, with the audience score, the 18% is 18% of the audience scored the show above 3.5 stars out of 5. So only 18% of the audience essentially liked it. Thought it were above average, I suppose. So not a good score. I wouldn't say that's divided, would you? No, I wouldn't. Anyway. Right, where were we? Which was reflected in its overall viewership, and it didn't do very well with its viewers either. Driven by interest into the venerable space franchise, The Acolyte got off to a strong start, no it didn't, when it launched June the 4th with 2 episodes, generating 4.8 million views in its first day on the streamer, to rank as the biggest series premiere on Disney Plus this year. I think the only other original Disney Plus stuff that aired, I think previously was it Echo? I think that was it, wasn't it? And nobody watched that. I think that was the only other one. Could be wrong. So there you go. So out of 2, it was the better of the 2. The tally rose to 11.1 million views globally after 5 days of streaming. So it took 5 days to get to 11 million views. And that could just be somebody clicking on it, watching it for a minute, thinking this is crap, and clicking off again. But still a view. Corroborating Disney's data, the series made its debut on Nielsen's Top 10 Originals chart in its premiere week at number 7. 488 million minutes viewed, climbing to number 6 the following week. At the time, the best out to say it's a success. Anyway, best Disney show this year was Hit Monkey Season 2, but nobody knows it exists. No, I don't. I think I've seen it mentioned somewhere before, Hit Monkey, but I didn't know what they were talking about. But the Acolyte could not sustain the momentum, dropping out of the top 10 in week 3 and staying off before returning at number 10 after the release of the finale, where it just squeaked in at number 10, 335 million minutes, believed to be the lowest for a Star Wars series finale. Yes, it is, because I've got it here somewhere. Where the hell have I put it? Is it this one? Yes, it is. Acolyte season finale scores lowest Star Wars ratings, and it shows down there, it just sneaked in for that week. This is for original content. It's not the overall views, it's not in the top 10 of all streaming, it's the top 10 of original material. So there you've got The Boys at number 1 with over 1 billion, pushing 1.5 billion minutes, and there's the Acolyte down number 10, 335 million minutes. So there we go, and then it's down here. This is from Cosmic Book News, by the way. There we go. That's how it compares to the other Star Wars series with their season finales. So Ahsoka with the next worst, 575 million minutes, Andor 674, which I think is higher than some of the previous episodes. It apparently Andor started off slowly and built up. It built a following, did Andor, apparently. From what I've heard, but I've not confirmed that. Obi-Wan 860, Boba Fett 885, Mandalorian season 3 1 billion, and Mando season 2 1.3 billion. Mando season 1 dunno, doesn't say. So there we go. It's the lowest of because it were rubbish. It was just rubbish, wasn't it? Anyway, like fellow global streamers Netflix and Prime Video, Disney Plus has a high viewership threshold for renewing high-end big-budget series that cost well above $100 million per season to make. Double that, wouldn't it? $180 million plus. It'll be over that probably. $22 million per episode, and each episode are about half an hour long. Unbelievable. In interviews, Headland has revealed that she had pitched her ideas for a second season, sharing her hopes for a renewal. Well, she did leave it on the cliffhanger, didn't she? It did end on the cliffhanger. We saw Darth Plagueis and they were there holding hands. The evil people gazing out into the sunset. Lucasfilm's first and most successful to date Disney Plus series The Mandalorian is carrying on, crossing over to features with the upcoming The Mandalorian and Grogu. And there's rumours that Han, Luke and Leia are going to be appearing in The Mandalorian and Grogu. That's the rumours from Cameron Pasha. So I love Cameron Pasha, he's amazing, I can listen to him talk all day, but I take everything he says with a pinch of salt, because he doesn't have the best track record. He's one of the ones that were saying that his sources at Disney, is it Sparrow? His source is called. Said that the Acolyte were never going to get made, and all they were doing a sizzle reel. So that turned out not to be true, didn't it? But anyway, Ahsoka, the company series that preceded the Acolyte, has been renewed for a second season. Probably because that's Dave Filoni's baby, and he's the boss. Below Kathleen Kennedy, it's Dave Filoni, so he gets to do what he wants to do. Anyway, sorry, Wingrace, I'm ignoring you, aren't I? I forgot what we're on about now. Hit Monkey, a Marvel show about a ghost and a monkey trained to be a hitman. Oh right. Is it a live action or is it animated? Don't know. Never heard of it. Well, I have, but I don't know what it is. The Acolyte was a mystery thriller that took viewers into a galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic era. Pardon me. A former Padawan reunites with her Jedi Master to investigate a series of crimes, but the forces they confront are more sinister than they ever. No, they're not. They were bloody rubbish. It was rubbish, and I tell you who were in it. Basically, everybody dies. Well, most of them do. Either die or forget who they are. And people switch roles, much like in Ahsoka, where they just switched roles in that, didn't they? Or was it animated? He's saying it's animated. There. So anyway, as I said, the shill media is kicking off about it. So I've gathered some of them here. So here we go. This is from Dexerto. Disney scrapping the Acolyte already is a spineless, short-sighted move, says Brad Norton. No, it ain't. It's because it was rubbish. Disney scrapping Acolyte just once is yet another spineless move from money-hungry executives. It's a business, mate. It's a business. That's from Dexerto. What's this one? Next one. Inverse. The Acolyte is officially cancelled. The Acolyte was a bold new vision for Star Wars. Now it's gone. Thank God. Says Deis Johnston. No relation. I don't have a tea. And I'm not a speaking podium. That's a Deis, isn't it? So they're kicking off about that. A bold cliffhanger. Meanwhile, Pink News. Oh, for God's sake. There we go. Queer representative Star Wars series The Acolyte cancelled after breaking streaming records. As in the streaming record for being the lowest viewed. That's what they're talking about. I bet it says highest viewed of the year. I bet it does. Where does it say? I bet it does. Streaming, breaking the Disney Plus streaming record after its premiere, and that'll be the highest streaming premiere of 2024. When the only other thing, as I said, were Echo. The Acolyte was critically acclaimed and beloved by fans. What, 18%? Is that beloved by fans? Disney cancelled it anyway, says them. Abby Montiel. She doesn't look very happy there, does she? She must be sad because it's been cancelled. And I think there's one more. Blame modern TV for Star Wars The Acolyte's cancellation, says, oh, it's Kotaku, is this? Kotaku, have you pronounce it? At least they put cancelled in quotes. Yeah. Because some people have been arguing, well, it's not being cancelled, it's just not being picked up for a second season. Same difference, innit? Semantics. The series was forging new paths and telling different stories in a franchise that often leans too much on nostalgia. But yet she brought in Yoda at the end. And Darth Plagueis. That's not leaning on nostalgia, is it? No, it isn't. Anyway, so there we go. So it's gone. It's gone. We can think of something else now. So, sorry, Win Grace, I've left you there. So we'll just got to wait for the next bad thing. What's next? Skeleton Crew in December, isn't it? That's next. We saw the trailer for that recently, didn't we? And I think I did I do a video about it? Honestly, can't remember. I think I did. It doesn't look great. It looks like it's for kids, doesn't it? It looks like Goonies, and you know how much I like Goonies. Anyway, we'll see. With pirates in it, with alien pirates going, "Arr!" Thinking what's his face from Treasure Island, Long John Silver. Yes, I did a reaction. Yes, I did, didn't I? Yes, I remember now. Anyway, so good riddance, I say, because it were rubbish. It were rubbish. I mean, it had some interesting bits in it, and because when he stripped off Chimere, whatever you want to call him, the stranger, and we saw the scars on his back, and then we saw that Leslie E. Headland's wife had a whip lightsaber. That piqued interest, didn't it? Because people were thinking, ooh, what did they get into some sort of altercation? Now we're never going to find out. So, I don't really care, but that were interesting. I don't think I've watched any Star Wars in years at this point. Well, you should. But what's the good Star Wars? The original trilogy. You can watch the prequel trilogy if you want to, I suppose. They're fine. I like Force Awakens. I don't mind it for all its faults, but I don't mind it. And Rogue One, for a while, Rogue One my favourite Star Wars movie. I think Rogue One's great. Anyway, Book of Boba Fett or Obi-Wan, neither. It's bloody terrible. If you want to laugh, watch them. Oh, I meant new projects. All right, don't blame me then. I don't blame you. You haven't missed anything. Mandalorian's the best. The first 2 seasons of Mandalorian are the best things they've done in terms of TV stuff.